All right. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to your Week 10 update. First off, as always, congrats to everyone. Successful Week 9. A lot of good games. It was a good week, so congrats. Special congratulations goes out to Kenya Sigandis Foley. Hey, you got called out last week. A lot of people were talking. They kind of thought he lost a step. But he showed up in week 9, decisive win in the powerhouse matchup of the week. So special congrats goes out to Coach Foley. Moving on, I'd like to address some concerns of collusion. No collusion yet. Great, good job. But there's been a couple concerns raised, and so I'd like to take a moment to address it. As I've said before, zero tolerance for collusion. Zero. If I'm tipped off about any possible collusion, immediately launching a full scale investigation. I'll get to the bottom of it, and pending the results of that investigation, we'll have a vote. And if I deem that the person was involved in collusion, we'll vote on the two teams who were involved, and they're probably going to get exiled from the league, never to return. So don't do it. Don't do it. Moving on. Uh, this is an interesting topic here. I just want to take a moment here and explain how the powerhouse matchups are chosen. Because apparently there's one individual out there, not going to name names, certain coach in the league, who just he's mind boggled about this topic as a whole. He can't seem to grasp how the matchups are chosen. So here we go. Powerhouse matchups are just that, a matchup. One team versus another team. Okay. I really don't care at all about how well one particular team is doing. I don't care. I look for matchups that are going to be exciting, and that are going to make for a competitive game. Okay. I'm not interested at all in seeing a game between Hurts so good, who's the worst in the league at posting points, versus Kenya Sigandis, who's number one in the league in posting points. I'm not interested in seeing a game like that where Hurts so good is just absolutely going to get their black back blown out by Kenya Sigandis. I'm not interested in that, and no one else is. So that's how these matchups are chosen. A lot of thought goes into these matchups, and when I have one coach questioning me week in and week out about how these matchups are chosen, it's really irritating. It really is. Frankly, I'm done talking about it. I'm sure 9 out of the 10 coaches in this league are done talking about it. But I'm sure right after this next announcement, I'm gonna be contacted by this one coach who's gonna be unhappy that he's not in the matchup again. But I'm frankly done talking about it. So moving on to this week's powerhouse matchup of the week, it's going to be Team Balls Deep, Barry versus McAfrican Americans, Manly. Um, Gotta be honest, guys, a lot of piss poor matchups this week. Not a lot of great matchups this week. But this is easily the best of the bunch, and in a week of bad matchups, this one's really going to shine. This is a solid matchup. Don't get me wrong. This is a solid matchup between two serious contenders who, if these guys get hot, they're gonna make a run at the ship. Um, Team Balls Deep, second most points for in the league. Now, big question here: can they bounce back from the beating that they just took in last week's powerhouse matchup? Um, Foley had this team's number last week, and he didn't let up. But still, second most points for in the league. They're a serious team. Okay, I think they're going to come to play. McAfrican Americans, on the other hand, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries throughout the season, yet they're still sitting tied for second place in the West, which really is just tied for second place overall, because the West has had a pretty stellar year this year. Um, and they've just been scrapping along, staying alive. So this should really be a pretty good matchup. This is going to be intense. I can't wait. I know you guys probably can't wait. Matchup starts tonight, Thursday night football. Um, get your lineup set. Okay. Waivers have been off the charts lately. That's great. I love to see it. Um, that's all I got. As always, feel free to contact me with any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints. Um, that's your leader, Commissioner Riley. That's an update.